constructive, spiritual, if we so desire, fear-free life is attainable. A life where we set our goals and continuously strive to reach them. An existence where we take responsibility for our mistakes and turn them into lessons and not harbors of shame. A place where we understand that the world is not going to change just because we whine and scream and try to pound it into submission, but rather that the only part we have control over changing is ourselves, be it our actions or our attitude. We're not promising to turn you into a superhero, but if you follow the path we set out for you in this book, we can promise that you will become productive, responsible, content, trusting, and grateful. With just 6 simple affirmations, 6 easy little tools, you will be on the road to faith and higher purpose that opens doors and windows you thought were forever locked. You'll learn to seek out healthy over destructive, nurture happy over sad, choose trust over fear. You'll replace debilitating relationships with life-enhancing ones. Or if they can't be replaced, you'll learn how to deal with them so they no longer suck the life out of you and cause you pain. And as you continue on this path, you'll finally be living the life you imagined for yourself. But now you're likely saying, "Yeah, right, I've heard that one before." Or perhaps you might be muttering, "How can you do all that with just 6 easy tools?" 6 it is. As for easy, nothing worth attaining is as easy as abracadabra, but good things can happen just because you want them to. And it starts with these tools. If you use the affirmations as we've laid them out, go back to them daily, keep them at the forefront of your consciousness, work hard to stay on the path, and persevere even when you want to give up and give in to your old habits and behaviors, we assure you that you will see results. How do we know this to be true? Because these affirmations stem from the mothership, aka the Oxford Group, which inspired the most successful recovery program to ever come along. So while we wrote each of these affirmations, they are concepts that have existed in various forms for ages. If you attempt to trace their beginnings, you'll find yourself traveling through the histories of some remarkable groups, organizations, and religions. You'll find teachings that support our thinking in Buddhism, Hinduism, Judeo-Christian main stage rituals, and New Age, New Thought, alterations and add-ons. You'll be led to the philosophy of William James and Ralph Waldo Emerson. Our 6 affirmations are the children of the 4 absolutes and the 6 tenets of the Oxford Group and beyond, or stepchildren, if you will. These absolutes are honesty, purity, unselfishness, and love. They are the basis for much of unadulterated religion, and over the decades, they have gone on to help millions find their way out of the dark, tormented tunnel of addiction. But as M. Scott Peck says, they are the salvation not only of alcoholics and addicts, but of us all.
Variations of these affirmations, many more religious in tone than ours, have worked for millions of people in different forms. And they have worked for Tracey and for me exactly as they are written here. If they hadn't, there would be no book. Our goal in writing the affirmations was simple, but achieving it has taken much more time, effort, and discipline than any of the songs I've written for over 40 years. Rhyming is easier, but we believed we'd found a way to share the gift of recovery in a new, easy-to-understand language. The affirmations work. We've used them all.
Honesty, purity, unselfishness, and love. These 4 little words are the touchstone for a path to healing. Seems pretty simple when you see it spelled out like that, right? It all starts with honesty. If you're not honest with yourself, how can you be truly honest with anyone else? We spend a lot of energy fooling ourselves, covering for ourselves, and projecting an image that is in opposition of what's really going on. There's such an emphasis on perfection in our society that we are all terrified of not meeting the standards that we either self-imposed or assume the world is expecting of us. Changing that begins with honesty. Being honest about who you are, where you are, what you feel, what you want, and where you might have dropped the ball. Honesty is not only the best policy, it's the starting line of getting through the race of life as smoothly as possible.